So the next piece I'm going to show you is still done with a bead, but it's through what I call a face drilled bead. And so that is where obviously the hole is through the face of the bead. So you're looking at the hole when you're holding the piece as opposed to going through the top to the bottom. And so it's not that much bit different, but there are a couple different options and some different things to remember. So let's get started. So same thing, you need your beads, you need your 3 tools, and your 0.6mm wire. With a face drilled bead, the one bigger difference is just being aware of which way you're going to put your bead onto the wire. So as with the other project, we're going to be starting on the spool. We're not cutting any wire. And so you want to determine which is the face of your piece, because once you put it on, then I usually like to do the bail up the back. Not saying that you can't do it that way. You could have your bail on the front and wrap up from the back, but I just find it less confusing to just usually pick away and try and have it up the back. So you're always kind of aware of which direction is your face. So you have to kind of look at a piece and decide, is this my front or is this my front? I mean, this piece is pretty similar on both sides, so it probably doesn't matter too much. But say on these Labradorite cabochons, they are kind of cut a certain way, so the bottom is more flat and the top is more domed. So you wouldn't want the dome side to the back. Usually you're going to want that flat side to the back. So that is going to be my front. So whenever we're working with a face drilled bead, you want to put your face on first. So you're putting that down so that the back side is towards the open end of the wire, so that when we wrap that top bail, then it's going to be out the back of your piece. Okay, so that's just one thing to be aware of. So as I said with this guy, he's not really much different. I'm going to choose that as my front face. So if this is my face, I'm putting my face onto the wire so that my back is facing to the shorter side. And we're going to begin that top double circled bail like normal, so about 1 inch from the end with those round nose pliers. And we're going to turn, stop until we can't, open, flip it around, keep on turning, and begin your wrap. Sometimes with these kinds of pendants, you do sometimes need a longer neck. So in the last video, we were talking about that neck of the pendant. So, and that can because you have to watch if you need to come up. So sometimes you can have a piece of wire here. Sometimes it almost comes straight from the neck, from that hole. You have to kind of watch. This one, you can see how it's up to a tip-top point that we're working. So it's all just things to be aware of, to not have too short of a neck, because then sometimes it gets hard to just get your fingers in there. So there is my top. It's still a little pokey there. So I kind of always just do like a finger catch test. If it catches on my finger, go back in there, press it down some more. Okay, so then we're going to bring our bead back up to the top. So this is where you have to kind of guess as well. And you don't want to just simply put your thing straight to your hole, right? Like the other one, we went straight onto the hole or held it just above. But obviously in a case like this, that's just not going to work. So you have to kind of guess, lining up this bottom of your bail to the top of your piece. So kind of trying to guess where it's going to sit and anchoring up that wire to make like a little U shape that it's going to sit in. Now what we're going to do is anchor off your main wire just once around the neck, and then we're going to do the decoration. So the other one, we went from the bottom and we just went straight into decorating it. In this case, I prefer to anchor it off and then come back to do any kind of extra swirls or curls that you want to do. So we bent it from the back so that we have that line here. We bent it up the front so we have a place for it to sit. And now we're going to, while I'm doing this, I'm pinching both sides here just to make sure it stays where I want. I'm going to take that wire to the back. So you can see I have a curve right here. Just be mindful of that because it's going to want to pull to one side or the other as you're doing this. So if I yank this really tight while I'm doing it, I'm going to wind up wrapping it actually over here. And that's going to look kind of funny. So I'm going to want to be mindful of this, to have it at the highest point of where I possibly want it. So I have that looseness. Otherwise, it's going to, as I said, sit down tight and it's going to be kind of cockeyed. So I'm holding it up there, and now I'm just going to wrap it around the back. So I came from the front, kind of tried to tuck it underneath that neck, and I can come back now to the front. So you can still see it's already trying to pull, but you know what, that's okay. So you can make adjustments based on that since it's trying to pull by leading the wire to start this way. So sometimes your decorations actually have a reason or a purpose behind them. So I could then just come down on the front face and do some curlies, but since my pendant wants to lean to the side, I'm purposefully going to actually come and wrap around this edge just to hold that up here. So it's a bit more of functionality as opposed to just pretty. So I did one side pull here. This is literally just for that anchoring. And now I can go into doing whatever I like. So I'm going to just do a little series of curls on this side. As I said, this part is entirely up to you to decide how or what you want to do. There is no rules. So you know what, I'm gonna just kind of keep playing like that. Then we're gonna come back up to that top neck once more, come around, and we're going to layer onto that last one that I did here, and I'm going to build over top of that. So now I'm going to go over top of that and around and just carry on back up to the top neck of the pendant. So once we're here, you can also use this area. I quite frequently also wrap right here. So you can see on this one, there's this tiny little coil. So instead of simply clipping my wire and just being done with it, you can do a couple different techniques. So you can just come in and create a tight little coil there, kind of like this, but then build outwards. You can also, yeah, this part takes some guessing as to knowing how big you want it. You can then clip it, take your round nose pliers, and you're going to grab on just with the tips and slowly begin to curl that in. So you're going to make one little circle. Now you're going to switch to your flat nose pliers. You're going to grab that little coil on and begin turning it in. Turn, turn, turn. So this is a great way to hide your little loose pointy ends into the center of a curl. So now I have just an extra little coil covering over top of that neck of the pendant. So maybe you had a piece that you weren't too happy with how this wrap is. Yeah, put something pretty over it. And now we're going to just make our final adjustments, making sure that hole is going through the side of the pendant. Come in, open this up if you did a 2-circle bail. Split those guys. And there we go. There is our pendant.